Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And quickly, before I go into the main topic of what I'm talking about, cover songs, first thing I want to show you is my new shirt that I bought today. It's a Tool shirt, and for the first time, I now have a shirt that represents my favorite album of all time, Lateralis. Check out the back. Hopefully, you can see that properly. Oh yeah, you can see that pretty good. There we go. And it's the official one. It has it on the sleeve too. So yeah, I'm very happy to buy it today. Also, a second thing I want to say before I get into the main subject is that due to a lot of things during this month for April here, I might be cutting back just a tiny bit on the videos. I might be only doing 4 videos a week. I try to cram as many videos as I can during the week, but I'm going to scale it back to at least just 4 videos a week, maybe 5. If I can squeeze in a fifth one, I will. But there's just certain things. Now that spring is here and the snow is melting and that, I gotta do some organizing. I want to kind of try to organize my CDs in a proper order because they're all pretty. I know where everything is. I mean, I know where everything is in my collection. Every once in a while, I might have to search a little bit for something if I'm like, where did I put that? But that's kind of rare. But I do want to reorganize it so it's a little bit more presentable. That things are like certain genres and certain things are closer together. So yeah, and so especially on Sundays, I definitely probably won't make any videos on Sundays because that's my shortest day. It's the day where I need to go to work a little earlier than usual. So that's not usually the best days for me to make a video. But of course, the goal, of course, is just once like May, June, July, the hotter summer comes and I can start filming outside. I do want to make a lot more videos during the summer for sure. But until then, yeah, maybe just 4 videos per week. So if you see a day without a video, don't worry. If you see that I go more than 3 days, like if I go like 4 days in a row without making a video or without at least leaving something in my community page, then you maybe should start to worry. 5, 6 days go by, yeah, then you know something is wrong. And I don't really have a contingency plan so that if something happens to me, how are you guys going to know? I'm going to need somebody to be able to go onto my YouTube and let people know that, hey, something happened to, whatever happened. I don't want to say, there's so many scenarios that, of anything that could happen, but it doesn't mean that, I'm always going to do videos as long as humanly possible. I love doing this and I'm not deterred. All right. Okay. Before I start babbling, let's get into the main subject. All right. So, as thinking about doing like talking about cover songs, a couple of things prompt me for doing this. One, of course, there's my good friend and subscriber, Bunky's Cow. I don't want to say what his real name is. I do have him as a friend on Facebook, but on YouTube, he goes by Bunky's Cow. And he was giving me a whole bunch of awesome suggestions for videos and that. I mean, I do appreciate it because I do need to help sometimes. So what Bunky's Cow, suggested was one of them was talk about cover songs, and it's like okay. So even today, I took a couple of days to decide what song to give Larry Graves for for the uh, for the Patreon that I do with him. Not only does he do a full album review of something per month, every week he'll do like 5 minutes or less a song. Today I gave him this. I gave him "Heart Full of Soul" from the Rush's Feedback. Now this is the first thing I'm going to present, of course, because this is an album, the Rush's only album of all cover songs. There's 8 songs on there in all, but yeah, it's Rush doing cover songs because they didn't put any single cover songs on any other albums except for that. So today I gave him Heart Full of Soul, and of course and it's kind of cheating, but I knew he was going to give him a 10 out of 10. And I subsequently had to buy this is just recent in the last week or so that I had to go buy the Yardbirds Greatest Hits. So yeah, I'm glad I have that. So now I have the actual version of Heart Full of Soul and Shape of Things because they do that also. So I have two things from the Yardbirds. All right. Um, we're going to get out of the way first the full albums that are basically all cover stuff. You know, like this here for Ministry and Co-Conspirators. It's called Cover Up. I mean, they do Under My Thumb, Bang a Gong, Radar Love, Space Truckin', Black Betty, Mississippi Queen, Just Got Paid, Roadhouse Blues, Supernaut, which is a Black Sabbath, Lay Lady Lay, Dylan, What a Wonderful World, Louis Armstrong. It's just yeah, it's all cover songs and it's fabulous. So speaking, and they also have another one kind of called Undercover. This has Iron Man, again Black Sabbath, Stranglehold, which I believe is Ted Nugent. They do a couple of their own, but they have a Purple Haze. They do Paranoid, another Black Sabbath, Thunderstruck, AC/DC, Sharp Dressed Man, ZZ Top, um, a couple of other, yeah. Then Painted Black is on here. So Under My Thumb on there, and then Painted Black on this one. So a couple of Rolling Stones cover songs, which is awesome. Oh, there's one I forgot to get. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring up later. Oh, I almost forgot about that one. Just yeah. So then I put that aside. I'll talk about that in a moment. Now, also this Metallica one of Garage Inc. has so many cover songs on there too, from like It's Electric, Sabracadabra, Turn the Page, Die Die My Darling, Astronomy, yeah, Whiskey in a Jar, Tuesday's Gone. Of course, there's the Motorhead stuff like Overkill, Damage Case, Stone Dead Forever, Too Late, Too Late. They do Queen's Stone Cold Crazy and so much more. There's so many awesome cover songs on that. And speaking of an album of cover songs, and this is all to do with one particular album for the 50th anniversary of Kimono My House, 50 years later, Kimono My House, they got all these cool different rockin' bands pick a song from Kimono My House and kill them. Yeah, and do such a wonderful job. This is such a great album. I desperately need to listen to this again because I know I love it. But something I have here that I really don't listen to all that often, because I remember liking only half of it, but the other half I hate it. And these are all a punk rock salute to Metallica. So these are all punk rock covers of Metallica songs. You got Vice Squad doing Enter Sandman, a band called Flipper doing Sabbath True, DOA doing Motor Breath, Vibrators doing Nothing Else Matters, D.D. Ramones of the Ramones doing Jump in the Fire, Dr. No doing Master of Puppets, and so on and so forth. There's yeah, Ancient Orange on here, Shotgun Remedy, Anti-Government, Total Chaos. There's all these punk rock bands doing so yeah, I might have to give this another listen eventually because yeah, I remember liking only half of the songs and the other ones I thought were terrible. Speaking of an album full of cover songs, although it is all sung by Alice Cooper, here's Johnny Depp's band, Hollywood Vampire, doing some classic songs with Raise the Dead, My Generation, Whole Lot of Love. I I I got it. I got a lot. I got a line on you. 521, break on through to the other side. A couple of Doors covers. One and jump into the fire. And yeah, they're not those are not Metallica covers of One and Jump into the Fire. You know, no, that's One is the loneliest number that you ever knew. Come and get it, Jeepster. I'm just a Jeepster for you. You know, manic depression, cold turkey, Ichiku Park, school's out, of course, and then they do also another brick in the wall. So that's part two, of course, and my dead drunk friends. So it's all cover songs, but it's really cool. And the last thing of albums full of cover songs before I get into the single songs there, I have this insane clown posse called the it's called, what is it called? It's called the Mighty Death Pop. Yeah, Mighty Death Pop. And like it has the main album itself, which has no cover songs on it, okay? But there's three different sets. I got the red set, which is the one that has Smothered, Covered, and Chunk. It's all cover songs, and it has Fred Durst in there. Little Wait is in there, and the entire Hatchet family. So this has stuff like Jump Around, Shout, Shout, Let It All Out. Ain't No Future in Your Frontin', Hold Still, Bitch Better Have My Money, and Night of the Living Bassheads, You're Beautiful, My Mind Playing Tricks on Me, State of Shock, which is Michael Jackson, Love for Them Gangsters, and Guess My Religion. It's good. It's good. I like it. Haven't played it in a while, but I like it. A lot of good stuff on that. I will say I probably like probably 80 to 85% of those songs on that the cover songs, that is. All right, now let's get into cover songs that are on studio albums, okay? Where the songs are mostly, where the songs are mostly the original band doing it, and they only choose like one. Like for example, okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way first of all. This here, "Tainted Love," okay, which I do love that song. I do love the way they do it, that cover of it. But I really hate the rest of this album. And I said if I do actually have it on if I actually have it on a compilation, I'll get rid of this because I don't want this. I actually will get rid of it. I'll trade it into somebody somewhere. Sometimes I'm sure somebody will cherish this, okay, but I don't like it. But I can get rid of this because I actually have it on this. It's the third song, and it has other cool songs on there too. So it's a compilation of all these great '80s, songs. So Frosh '80s. So I have it. So I don't need this. But that is a cover song, 100%, and I do actually like it. So um, let's get this out of the way. My favorite Beatles song, and there's more. They do more cover songs. Like I say, all the cover songs I'm going to be mentioning here. There's many. I'm sure there's some other ones here and there in my collection that I totally missed. Okay. Um, for example, one that I forgot to mention because I was looking at the Sparks thinking there's no cover songs in there, but there is a cover song in there. I forgot. It's one of the bonus tracks on Gratuitous Sax and Senseless Violence. It's the B the Bee Gees song of Holiday that's done by Christy Hayden. Yeah, that's one I forgot to mention. But Twist and Shout, yeah, it's my favorite cover song that the Beatles do. So that I'm going to be just mentioning that. Speaking of the Beatles, still on this Bella and Sebastian, the BBC sessions, which I have the little bit more rare second disc that has the live one. I've had this before where it was just the first disc, just the studio sessions, and I ended up giving that to my brother Chris. But yeah, I when I saw that I could get one that had the extra CD, yeah, because they do a cover. It's live, but they do a cover of "Here Comes the Sun." by the Beatles. So that's great. And also they do I think they got somebody from off stage, like not the regular band member, but they got somebody to come up and sing "I'm Waiting for the Man," which I believe is Lou Reed. Oh no, I'm waiting for the man. No, that's yeah, I forget, but I know that's yeah, I know that's a cover song. Um, Cake. I Will Survive. That's another one. Now I'm getting into some of my favorite cover songs that I know I do have. So Cake with I Will Survive is one of my favorite cover songs that I have. There's there's also California Girls from oh, that's upside, is that upside down? No, no, that's upside down. I wait, I think I can turn that around. Yeah, I think I have to tear this case apart and turn that around because that is upside down. That is the right side up. So yeah, it's California Girls and Just a Gigolo. I Ain't Got Nobody, which is Frank Sinatra. But yeah, it's Beach Boys and it is good. On Dynasty, my one of my very favorite, yeah, it's 2000 Man. 2000 Man, which is a Rolling Stones cover, is sung by Ace Frehley. Ah, I love it. I do love it. It is, yeah. That's probably my second. That and Hard Times. 2000 Man and Hard Times and Charisma are my three favorite songs off of that. Um, Even on keeping with the Kiss theme on this solo album of Ace Frehley, we have New York Groove, which I forget who sings that, but it is a cover song, and of course the Ace Frehley one is a better version of that cover song for sure. To get a little strange, keeping in with the Kiss theme, okay, there's a really weird cover song on the Gene Simmons solo album of When You Wish Upon a Star from Disney, you know, from Pinocchio. Crazy, but I sort of have a soft spot for it. I actually really do enjoy this solo album of Gene Simmons, but I do have a soft spot for When You Wish Upon a Star. I absolutely do. Let's not forget about again with some more Rolling Stone stuff on Are We Not Men? Their version of I Can't Get No Satisfaction. And, it's great. It's great. They also do another cover song of Working in the Coal Mine, which I really do like a lot. Um, from Eric Clapton's 461 Ocean Boulevard, we have I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. So I have that. Let's not forget Manfred Mann's Blinded by the Light, which is a Bruce Springsteen song, which is great. So yeah, I like that. I'm glad I bought this mainly for that, but the rest of this is really good, and I should listen to this more for sure. Um, the first time I ever heard this band was because of this cover song, and I love this whole album. But on It's a Shame About Ray, the very last song is Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel, and it's fantastic. It's so rocking, it's so jazzed up, and it's one of my favorite covers of that for sure. Um, on this Prong album, which is called Prove You're Wrong, they do an awesome cover of Get a Grip on Yourself by the Stranglers. Fantastic, fantastic. So that definitely counts. Prozac, okay, a band that I like, and one of these days I'm going to be giving this to Larry Graves to sample for sure. I'm not sure how he'll like it because it is a lot more, like kind of dance, more like nightclub dance type of stuff. But I'm sure if he gave it a chance, he would see some merit in this and how fun of an album this is. But they have a great medley thing of Wild Thing, which of course is the Trogs, Wild Thing, you make my heart sing. Well, yeah, they do a fantastic cover of that on here. which I really love. Now, I wish I had the studio version of this, but I love that I still have it live, and that's the Ramones doing a Spider-Man. Spider-Man, yeah, yeah. But they also do Tom Waits. I don't want to grow up. Which yeah, right there, right after Spider-Man. So you got Spider-Man and I don't want to grow up. Two cover songs right in a row. Beautiful. I love it. Love having it. But I need the studio versions of those for sure. Um, let's not forget Quiet Riot because I do have that set, and now Quiet Riot has two songs from Slade, which I have right over here now. So I do have the greatest hits of Slade, which has both of these songs of "Come On, Feel the Noise" and "Mama, We're All Crazy Now." So each one, on each album, this one here has the Come On, Feel the Noise" on Mental Health, and "Mama, We're All Crazy Now" is on Condition Critical. And I do love them. They were the main songs that made me get into Quiet Riot. But it's songs like Slick Black Cadillac and the such that made me a fan. Um, this this Voivod, and now I'm glad that. Oh wait, I should go get that while I have the chance. So I'm glad now that I actually have the cover song on here is Astronomy Domine, which is of course the cover of the first song on Pipers at the Gates of Dawn, Pink Floyd. So yeah, they do a magnificent cover song of that song. So I love that. I love it dearly. Is that in the right order? Yeah. I'm gonna save that one for last. Um, this one next. All Along the Watchtower. I got it's from a greatest hits, but still I have it. All Along the Watchtower. That's a great cover song from I believe it's Bob Dylan that sang the original, and he does a magnificent job on that. And then you get from this, okay, from GNR Lies, Mamakin. Mamakin is a fantastic cover song of I'm sure there's a couple more cover songs on here that I'm not thinking of, but yeah, Mama Kin's the one that came to mind because it's Aerosmith, and it's really well done. I love it. But last but definitely not least, one of my favorite cover songs, and the first time I heard it, and there's a couple of cover songs on here, but the one that I like in particular, of course, is "The Man Who Sold the World." The from Nirvana's Unplugged in New York, and of course that's David Bowie. So yeah, those are the cover songs, all the cover songs that I can think of that I can find in my collection, and I know there's a couple more. I know there's a couple on my Derezolos, the Flying Saucer Attack complete set. So yeah, now I got to put all those CDs away after. But it's all fun and it's worth it for sure. I love you guys out there. I'm gonna let you go now. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? I will love you forever. Greatly can appreciate it. Please don't be afraid to hit the like button, leave a comment because I do my best to get to every comment I can. And okay, everybody, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.